So the last couple days have been pretty shitty. If you guys follow the news, you'll know everything about THQ and what's been happening with them, but in case you don't follow what's been going on, THQ filed for bankruptcy, and a couple days ago they had to auction off all of their assets, and that included, game studios, franchises, games and stuff that they were working on, and they were able to find new homes for most of their franchises and studios, but one of the studios that did not get picked up was Vigil Games, the creators of Darksiders, and Darksiders didn't get picked up either. So, it looks like we're not going to see a future for Darksiders anytime soon. And apparently Vigil wasn't bought up because their next game wasn't coming out soon, like how all of the other games from THQ were. Their next installment was the farthest out, so they weren't appealing as a company or something like that. Plus, they were working on a new IP, which would have been really interesting to see, but, God forbid a publishing company invest in something with a brand new idea and take a chance on it. Apparently, that risk wasn't something that any other company wanted to invest in, so Vigil Games is also essentially out of business, and their employees are out looking for new jobs. And I just feel really, really heartbroken as a fan of Darksiders, just in general. It's shitty. It's a shitty feeling. It makes you feel like crap. And I feel really bad for Vigil, too, because they're a talented team. And what's really irritating is the fact that the Darksiders series is incomplete. We never got to see the end of the story. It's like playing Halo 1 and 2, and then Bungie going out of business and nobody wanting to buy up the Halo franchise, so we don't get to see what happened in Halo 3. That's pretty much what it feels like. And as a fan, you feel kind of unappreciated, because you invest all of this time and money supporting games that you really enjoy and you want to see them do well, and then this happens, and it just makes you feel like, all of the other game publishers out there just don't really give a shit about you or something. I don't know how true that is, but that's what it feels like. Instead we get to see all of these other series make these new installments that are just rehashed versions of their storyline. It's just continuing on with series that just drag on forever without end, or they'll just have installments of games in a series that have nothing to do with each other, they're all standalone. So did we really need those installments? No, not really. We didn't really need a rehashed version of Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. We didn't really need to see a new Dante in DMC. We don't really need a spin-off for, Metal Gear, or hell, we don't need any more Call of Duties. But don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to play all these games and they're probably pretty badass. And I'm not one to squash creativity here, but it would have been really nice to see a conclusion to Darksiders from the people who made it. And if somebody had bought up either Darksiders or Vigil, that publisher would gain the following of several million fans who follow Darksiders, and from what I can tell, us Darksiders fans are a pretty dedicated bunch. And if anything, now Darksiders is going to have just a cult following, because it's just going to have this tight-knit group of fans who never got to see the conclusion to one of their favorite series. And I hope that the companies and publishers out there who could have bought Vigil Games realize the talent that they missed out on. And I have no doubt that the people at Vigil are going to have no trouble finding a new job somewhere else, but even if they are talented individually, the true potential came from Vigil as a team, as this unified group that was able to make a masterpiece like Darksiders. Darksiders was a game made by gamers for gamers, and that seems like a rarity nowadays, especially with some of these really big, money-hungry, Walmart-ass-sized game developers who, just see it as nothing but another way to make a buck, and they just spit out the same mediocre installments every year. Vigil was a team of real gamers, and they made Darksiders with the happiness of the gamer in mind, and they took some of the elements of some of the best games out there and put it into one game, because it would be something that they themselves would like to play. My heart goes out to everyone at Vigil Games, and to everyone else at THQ who's currently looking for a job right now. I have no doubt that all of you guys will be successful in whatever you end up doing. So best of luck in your endeavors, and hopefully we'll see you guys around. And for those of you still at home watching, let me know what you think of this whole situation in the comments below. And you might not care. Actually, a lot of you probably don't care. But I care. And maybe I care a little too much. But yeah, I just wanted to make this vlog to sort of get it off my chest a little bit. So thanks for watching, you guys. And until next time, this is StrangeLuv signing out.